following contest is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 245 pounds, Randy Orton. And his opponent, weighing 293 pounds, Mike Knox. And their opponent, from Perry, Oklahoma, weighing 263 pounds, the All-American Jack Swagger. And their opponent, from West Palm Beach, Florida, weighing 238 pounds, Ted DiBiase.
There's the bell, and the first person to gain a pinfall submission or escape the steel cage will earn the victory. Oh, what an incredible lariat! What a fist drop. Bam! Right to the chin with the knee. He's still not through. Oh my gosh! Right into the steel cage. Ted DiBiase with the arm. That'll cause some damage. The Viper from behind. Orton with a fiendish counter. What in the world did we just see? That was amazing. Oh, man. The force, my God. Mike Knox has demonstrated time and again the barbaric lengths he's willing to go in a match. And he's also demonstrated time and again that he's a mental case. Orton is so cunning, so vicious. When he counters, he knows exactly how to follow them up with one of the most devastating of moves.
A huge, bone-jarring German suplex. Huge shot to the temple. This is all about desperation, about survival, inside these steel surroundings.
He's got him.
If he didn't make sure his opponent was out, this is going to be a very short climb.
Oh, that elbow's gotta hurt.
An aggressive shot to the midsection.
Here we go. He's making his escape.
Oh, mama!
High knee.
That was a heavy shot.
And he's trying for the early escape. That'll do some damage.
Oh, he's got that leg all locked up. Oh, there it is. Reversal. Orton reversed it.
Climbing the cage. He's climbing the cage.
To the cage. And I think he's trying to get out of this one.
Hey, what are you thinking? That's no way to escape the cage.
And did you hear the impact on that kick? Look at this.
Fatigue and frustration have to be setting in for Jack Swagger.
He's scrambling, and this might be premature. Ooh!
At any moment, this monstrous Mike Knox may tumble over. And he lights up his chest with a chop. Jack Swagger.
Orton's in trouble.
And he does it one more time.
He's going for it. I don't think he's going to make it, but he's going for it.
His opponent got a little cocky there, and he paid the price.
What a battle this has been. This no disqualification, anything goes match.
And the knuckles connect. Ted DiBiase goes behind. He almost took his head off with that lariat.
Ooh, that did it.
Ted DiBiase controlling the head.
A shining example of teamwork as they hit the double team.
Mike Knox controlling the waist. This Ted DiBiase is an intelligent competitor. He possesses a sound, methodical offense that breaks his opponents down.
Oh, man, he's feeling the pain coursing through that torso right now.
And he's looking to make a beeline out of here.
He just forced his opponent back into this match with authority.
Ted DiBiase.
They hit the double team. You watch Orton in a match like this, it's like he goes into some sort of zone. He's in some sort of strange place in his head.
You could almost describe his emotion at times as emotionless.
Well, maybe his face is emotionless, but I think there's all sorts of evil things going on in that sadistic mind of his. And he's trying to end this one quickly.
He's booking it. And again, he goes spiraling down to the floor below.
Yow! Oh! Oh, and DiBiase might be out. A counter by DiBiase. Oh! Ow! Oh, right on the chin.
Knox. The thing about Jack Swagger and his approach to sports entertainment is he's deceivingly big and deceivingly powerful.
Well, Swagger's close to 6'6" and already 265 pounds. He's so young, you know he's going to get bigger as the years go on.
There he goes, right up the cage. And he plummets back down. How much pain and frustration have to be going through his mind now?
Oh! We've seen Orton demonstrate that there may not be one shred of human decency in him.
He's been called the apex predator of the WWE. And at times in his matches, it seems like he plays with his prey.
Hands on the cage, and he's looking to make a break for it. He's not letting his opponent get away that easily. Oh!
Oh! Ted DiBiase is confident and brash, to say the least. But the unfortunate truth is he can back it all up in the ring. He's going for a quick escape. Ted DiBiase into the headlock.
He's got him hooked.
Orton from behind.
This might be big. He's heading back up.
What a nasty elbow. And he's trying for the early escape.
Ouch!
We've seen Orton do this type of thing to numerous opponents.
Oh!
Randy Orton has said, you don't have to like him, but you have to respect him. Do you believe in those words?
Well, I know Randy Orton believes it. But let's face it, it's hard to argue with success. And Randy Orton is a success. He has the win-loss record to prove it. He has the path of destruction to prove it.
Reversed. The genetic coding in DiBiase knew exactly what to do. And using the environment to his advantage again.
To the cage, and I think he's trying to get out of this one. Oh, the ribs could be cracked. Oh, look at this. Orton's been opened up.
Jack Swagger goes behind.
He's scrambling, and this might be premature.
His opponent was looking for a quick escape, but he had other ideas.
Wow!
Did you see that? That was incredible.
He's going to take another...
DiBiase, the unorthodox offense.
I don't know if I'd say that's unorthodox as much as it is innovative.
Ted DiBiase has the arm.
He's going for it. I don't think he's going to make it, but he's going for it. Right to the chin with the knee.
Jack Swagger. Swagger's extremely arrogant, but there's no doubt that the All-American can back up everything he says. He set an NCAA record with 30 pins in one season. Oh my, hung out on the ropes. You can see the pain in his eyes. Ted DiBiase.
He's in big trouble. Orton escapes. Oh!
He almost took his head off with that lariat.
Oh, after that, you're not seeing stars, you're looking at constellations.
He does it again. He jumps and knocks his opponent down with a drop kick.
Oh, look at this, DDT!
And he's looking to make a beeline out of here.
Oh, wow. Randy Orton looks like he's in some sort of trance. He has himself so psyched up for this.
A very calculated assault being waged by the Viper. In a boot to the gut.
Bam! And he's trying to end this one quickly. Watch out here. That'll cause some damage.
And the boot connects with the abdomen. Swagger is so confident in his ability. Ted DiBiase has the headlock.
Watch it! That was like a freight train.
Ted DiBiase controlling the waist. And there's the double team.
Wow, that was a massive German suplex.
He's booking it. Jack Swagger from Perry, Oklahoma is a two-time All-American from Oklahoma University.
Jack Swagger loves to brag about that great amateur background, and he uses some of those moves in every match. That's what's made him famous. Oh, man!
He jumps and knocks his opponent down with a drop kick. There he goes, right up the cage.
Whoops! Looks like this match is going to continue. And again, those surroundings prove to be an offensive ally.
What a kick that was.
Oh, mama! Uh-oh, it might be time to run.
What a fierce kick.
Hands on the cage, and he's looking to make a break for it.
What a decapitating lariat.
Ah, look at this. And Randy takes a hard shot.
That'll do some damage.
Oh, there it is. Oh, right to the gut.
Ooh, he's going for a quick escape.
Ooh. Oh, look out.
And his back now has to be screaming in pain. And he's trying for the early escape. And there's the drop kick. And he gets sent careening back down. Just unstable, disturbed is Randy Orton.
To the cage, and I think he's trying to get out of this one. Ooh, that did it. Oh! Oh, it doesn't get more punishing than that. Uh-oh.
And there's another nasty kick to the gut. And you got to figure it becomes extremely difficult to breathe after a few of those.
Oh, no! Oh, ow!
Oh, my, just raw, unmitigated power. Ted DiBiase from behind.
Oh, my gosh. This cage could be used as such an evil asset. He's scrambling, and this might be premature.
He went for it, and he paid the price. That chop turning his Swagger. Powerbomb, a huge gut-wrench powerbomb by Swagger.
He's going for it. I don't think he's going to make it, but he's going for it. You can't get out of the cage if your opponent's in any shape to stop you.
I don't agree with a lot of things DiBiase says, but there's no denying the man's made a tremendous impact here. And he's done it earlier than any WWE Hall of Famer.
Oh! He's putting those educated feet to good use. Watch it. Oh!
What a knife-edge chop. Oh, his spine bending and cracking from that backbreaker. He almost took his head off with that lariat.
It's as if Orton is possessed. You hear how his leg connected?
Mike Knox.
Look out! Look out! Ooh, with Swagger's amateur background, it's so hard to outmaneuver that young man.
Ooh, that one stung. And he's looking to make a beeline out of here.
That's the price you pay for not making sure your opponent is down.
He almost took his head off with that lariat. It sickens me to say it, what we very well could be looking at the future of the industry in Ted DiBiase.
And he's trying to end this one quickly.
A stiff shot with the elbow, and he hits the drop kick. What impact.
He pulled his opponent down and denied his escape from the cage.
DiBiase's in trouble. Ooh, what a knee.
He's booking it.
Oh, man, that's so dangerous. Falling down from way up like that. Man, you know, Randy Orton could very well be the most despised person in WWE history.
Oh.
Ouch!
Jack Swagger controlling the arm.
And Mike Knox blocks it.
And that punch lands hard. There he goes, right up the cage. No! Once again sent tumbling back down to earth. The Viper, collar and elbow tie-up.
Oh! Orton's in trouble. Hands on the cage, and he's looking to make a break for it.
Orton with a fiendish counter.
Randy Orton is just unbalanced. There's nothing as terrifying as looking into the Viper's eyes when he's in this kind of mental state.
Ted DiBiase. He's going for a quick escape.
He wasn't about to let him escape the cage that easily.
Orton goes behind. Reversal. DiBiase reversed it.
Ooh!
Ted DiBiase squeezing down on the head.
What's going to happen now?
And he's trying for the early escape. And again, he goes spiraling down to the floor below.
Top of the cage! This match is just about over.
DiBiase doesn't feel he needs to pay his dues in the industry. He takes what he wants. And like it or not, that attitude could get him far here in the WWE. Oh, Orton, methodical, diabolical.
He hits a sweet combination.
And his back now has to be screaming in pain.
Orton is so cunning, so vicious. When he counters, he knows exactly how to follow them up with the most devastating of moves.
Looks like his escape plan was a bit premature.
What an impact from the knee. Oh, look at this.
Oh, wow. Bam! Hey! Oh! I can feel that one out here to the cage. And I think he's trying to get out of this one. Oh, again. Back and neck first.
Not only does that hurt, but the mind games, what it psychologically does to you. It's almost like I'm the dominant species and you can do nothing about it.
That'll cause some damage.
He plants him down with authority.
He's scrambling, and this might be premature.
And there's the release. What's going to happen now?
I'm scared to ask. Uh-oh. It looks like that last shot cut him. Oh, man! Oh, man! You gotta move quicker than that! Look at Orton. Just stomp away with complete disregard.
And he lights up his chest with a chop. Jack Swagger.
Just when he thinks he's going the one way, his opponent takes him another.
Orton. RKO from out of nowhere.
He's going for it. I don't think he's gonna make it, but he's going for it.
And he plummets back down. How much pain and frustration have to be going through his mind now? And there's a stiff clothesline.
Oh, the elbow connects. Oh, look at this. Oh, no. DiBiase is bleeding.
And he's looking to make a beeline out of here.
Right off the cage and back into the ring. This one's going to continue.
He drops the elbow. Oh my, what a flurry of kicks.
And he's trying to end this one quickly.
Oh, the kidney area feeling the brunt of that impact.
I don't believe it. He's made it to the top of the cage.
Jack Swagger wins.
Here is your winner, the All-American Jack Swagger.
I don't know if I've ever seen something as brutal as what we watched here tonight. But what else would you expect in that kind of environment?